guys, welcome to another amazing episode of talking about boats with the one and only me. No, I'm kidding. Look, we got Kevin here. Kevin owns Kaku. Hey Kevin, where do you sell these boats, man?
Where do I sell them?
Yeah.
Direct on our website, KakuKayak.com, but you can use my homeboys here affiliate link.
And if you don't use it, just tell him I sent you over there.
That's right.
Because I gotta eat.
Let me know how he's doing.
Yeah. So Kevin, what do you got here? You told me to come over here. Oh my God, what is that? Ooh.
Well, this is the Kaku Guru. So this is our brand new kayak / boat, whatever y'all want to call it, because I know everybody's going to go, why not just buy a boat? This is the Kaku Guru. It's 14 foot. It's made for motoring. So whether or not you want to use a gas outboard like you see right here with this Honda 5-horse, or if you want to put an electric outboard on it, a Newport, a Torpedo, whatever you want, you can put it right there. It's got 3 power pole mounts off the back, so you can motor, you can power pole, you can use everything that you want to do. It also has bow mount. You can mount a bow mount motor like this power pole move that we've got mounted on here right now. This baby is set up to do everything you want it to do. That's why it's called the Guru.
So it's a do it all.
It'll do it all.
But anyways, why did you design this boat?
Just because I was looking for something to, I get a lot of people with the Zulu asking me for options for motorizing it more. And then I got a lot of people asking me for putting a second chair on the Zulu. So I really sought out to get a kayak that was a little bit more motor friendly and had the possibility for guys to be able to take their girlfriend or their kids out with them on one yak.
Or their 25 dogs, because this thing is...
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that have like 5 dogs. I think they could have all of them in here.
It's the Guru because it can do anything you want it to do. To start off at the front here, you see this bow. It's got a beautiful bow. This cuts through water very nicely. This kayak has been made to be able to be motorized really well. But first and foremost, if you know Kaku, my stuff has to paddle really well. So it paddles excellent. So if you want to paddle it, it paddles very well. And then we have the pod in the center here, which you can use for storage. You can put a battery here. And we are also in the process of finishing up our pedal drive options that will be available for this as well. Got another hatch here. And then underneath the seat, you have another pod that goes through to the bottom. So you can mount transducers to it. You can put batteries in here. You can use it for storage. Lots of different options with this pod as well. You got 2 big hatches, front and back, and they've got inserts inside them that come in and out. So you can still access the hull, but it gives you a nice little bucket, let's say, so you can put some gear in there and stuff. You don't have to worry about it rolling up inside the hull. So it's got a power pole mount back here. So this transom mount here bolts on. This is an option you can get. Otherwise, if you get a Newport NK300, an NK180, Torpedo, they come with a mount that mounts right there. If you want to mount just a regular electric trolling motor, you can do that on here as well, or you can use our cheaper transom mount motor for that. Tons of options. You can set it up the way you want it, the way you can afford it, and you can always step up later too if need be, but the Guru is made to be whatever you want it to be.
You could also add full rest control so you could steer with your kayak motor.
We made a kit that will mount on here on the tracks and give you foot control so you can steer the NK300 or the Torpedo motors with your feet. You run the cables up in here. We made these recesses here for running cables, which will also be how you would run your rudder cable for steering once the pedal drives are available.
So what if I want to use it like a kayak? What options do I have?
For kayaking?
Yeah, let's say I don't want a motor.
Oh, this thing paddles beautifully.
And how would it look? I see you have another boat over there.
Yeah, well, we can push this one out the way. So this one, you'll see we do have our insert here for putting a fin pedal drive in. So this is coming. There's a couple things I want to tighten up on it before I offer it, but it is coming. It can fit the fin drive. We also are going to have an option for the prop drive coming up before too long. As soon as I got everything, I need to make a few little adjustments to the rudder and stuff, and then that'll be ready to go. But it also paddles beautifully. If you're just looking for a bigger boat that makes you feel more secure on the water, or you want to be able to take your loved ones with you out on the water for a day, this thing can do it. This chair can go all the way back to the back, as far back as you can take it, which means you still have tons of room here.
And that is how it looks when you put 2 chairs on it to take 2 people with you.
If you want to put a second chair in, you can. I kind of recommend going with a little smaller seat so that it gives you the option to move around, but it can fit 2 of these chairs as well. It is able to handle 2 people. It's a large kayak, so it can handle it.
But what if people don't like that color?
I'm gonna have a storm camo, which is our blue camo with a teak pad, and we'll have the real camo for the hunters out there that like the real camo color. It'll have a teak pad too. So we'll start off with those 3 colors. Those have always been our most popular colors.
What is the weight capacity, the price, and when it will be available?
The weight capacity is 600 pounds. If you're seeing this video now, then this kayak is available. The pedal drive, we're probably about a month, 2 months out. So if you're watching this video at a later date, the pedal drive probably is available. It's gonna be the base unit without any motors or anything, or the pedal drive insert with just the regular inserts and everything in the chair is gonna be $2,100.
And this is something that you could, let's say you buy it without the pedal drive option, you could add it later, you could retrofit it, change it up, make it your own?
Yes. All you do is unbolt the pod that comes in it and bolt in this pod for the fin drive, or the prop drive, there's gonna be an aluminum bracket that's gonna bolt down here that would hold the prop drive for you.
And how big is it?
14 foot long, 36-inch wide.
Wow, I thought it was gonna be wider. I mean, it's super stable for what it is.
Yeah.
That's the whole design right there, and you have gear tracks all over the place.
As you see, it's got a huge open deck here. It's got tons of tracks. It has 8 30-inch tracks on it. So from the deck space down in here to up on the rails, you got tracks for mounting everything you need. You got a nice cutting board here. If you want to cut bait or whatever you want to do up here, you got a nice cover. Center hatch here.
Look, here. What if I don't want a cutting board? What can I do?
Well, if you pull this off here, there's actually a little pod in here. So this is storage. So if you want to turn this into a lid, or maybe we'll make something in the future that can go here so you can end up using this for storage. You can do that. We're probably going to end up making a pad that can go here, and it can just be part of the deck. It's very strong, so you can stand on it and not have to worry about it. We also, under the seat, we got another pod the same way that's dropped in here. This would be for electronics if you want to mount them, or you want to drop batteries in there, you can. Different ideas we have for storage here, and we'll get into that further as we go along. You got molded in side handles here. We got our steering handle that can either mount on the left side or the right side. So if you do need a hand-controlled rudder for steering, we will have it, and it'll be able to mount on either side. Voodoo Zulu chair that will be also attaching to the Guru. You get to the back. We put in an extra 12-inch tracks back here, so you really have, on the deck space, you have 2 lengths of 30-inch tracks, and you got an extra 12 back here. There will be a reason for those that we'll be announcing as we go along. And then in the back, you got another big hatch here. Very sturdy, very strong. You can stand on it if you need to. And this has another pod, so we don't have this one bolted in, so we can kind of show you that this comes out so you can access your hole back here if you need to, but you still have this for mounting in here. We got a nice rubber seal on that. It locks up nice and secure. And then when you get to the back, you will notice what we did here as far as for motoring. Right now we have the rudder attached, so you can see that a rudder can attach here, and the cable can run on either side, or you could run cables down each side for foot control steering. If you want to mount your motors that get foot control steering, we're going to have an option for that, so you can have foot control steering on here. 3 power pole mounts. So if you're not motorizing or you're not using the rudder, you can go single power pole here. You can do dual power poles here, or if you go with a motor here, you can go with a single power pole here. At the back, we got small tracks here, so if you want to mount some transducers off the back, or anchor wizards, or who knows, whatever you want off the back, lights, you got the ability to do that. We've made an outboard mount. This outboard mount to attach back here, so if you want to attach a gas motor onto this.
How much does it weigh?
136 pounds whole weight.
How stable is this thing?
Incredibly stable. You'll be telling everybody that. We got videos to show them.
Well, the boat is very, very stable. I had it on the water even with big boat wakes, and you saw me running around like crazy, so it could handle a big guy. But so up to that 550 pounds, you think it's gonna be fine?
Up to 150 pounds, you said?
No, 550.
550? Oh yeah, yeah.
So you could get like one of those giant people in here and they'll be okay? I don't know about that.
Yeah, you'll be all right. If you want to motorize it, we've got bow mounting up here. For bow mount, GPS motors to be able to attach to it. 12-inch tracks up here for attaching lights or whatever kind of gear you want to mount off the front. Very sturdy, strong, thick hatch lid. You can be able to step on this if you need to for deploying your bow mount motor. It's got very nice locks. Opens up. It's got a pod here so you can put your gear that goes right here, but also if you see this, it's bolted in here. So you can unbolt this and pull it out and still have access to the hull. So if you need to do any wiring, any things like that, or just anything inside your hull, you can. We made it so those motors attach inside basically these two pontoons. What that does is it keeps the kayak from digging under power. So it'll keep the kayak more level, you get more speed out of it. That's the whole reason for that design. And you'll see how smooth this kayak moves under power. It's beautiful. Hello, Kevin Hawkins here with Kaku with the story today. We put molded in handles on the back of the Guru. Look at that.
Wow.
This is for adventure. So I went for a bigger, you know, a lot of my customers are asking me about gas outboards on the kayaks and stuff. And while it is possible to do on the Voodoo and the Zulu, I know what limitations it has for those. So this one has no limitations when it comes to that. If you notice, we made the motor so it recesses up here a little bit. So it is a little closer to your seat for reaching a tiller handle. I just wanted to make a big, beautiful, sexy kayak that's super stable. It can take a single person, it can take two people, and it can motor it how everybody's wanting to motor it these days.